Okay, guys, so you know how they say that things hide in plain sight, and also I've always heard this saying of pay attention to what you watch on TV and movies that you see because it actually have a lot of truth to it, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. It's Moana for you. Love this movie. My daughter actually absolutely love this movie, but let's actually get into the truth behind what Disney is trying to show us. And before I go any further, this is for entertainment purposes only, so TikTok, just chill. Okay, guys, so bear with me. This is my first time making an actual video like this, but I want to just dive into the truth behind things a little bit. So Moana is about an adventurous teenager that sails on a daring mission to save her people, right? Cool. As you know, she meets a guy named Maui, who is a demigod, right? And Maui has these type of powers that normal humans don't have, right? But also, if you look at the movie, throughout the whole course of the movie, Moana is having to face a lot of challenges that a lot of different creatures in the ocean and the seas. It gets very mythical if you just actually pay attention to the actual movie, right? Okay, guys, so let's get into one of the main characters, which is Safiti, right? She's a goddess of basically to create life on the island for all mankind there, right? And Tafiti once had her heart stolen by Maui, the demigod, which turned her to Takai, the evil demon of earth and fire, as you see in the description up here. The question has posed so many times, is Tafiti and Takai the same person? Yes, it is the same person. Obviously, it's the same character. But if you read this description here, and I want to point out something very, very, very interesting. It says here they are not two different entities, but they are different or alternate forms of the same entity, right? What is an entity? Right here, entity, a thing with a distinct and independent existence. Some people will say, oh, humans are entities, demons, this, and that. But that is exactly how they're describing Tafiti Takai as an entity, basically being the same entity but taking different forms. As you see here, that's Tafiti, and then right below Tafiti is the actual mountain it was based off of, which is Tahiti, the actual island it was based off of. So, where is Tahiti located? It's located in the central South Pacific Ocean. It's actually one of the largest islands in the world. Yes. And let's jump into what exactly Tahiti is. Tahiti is a giant. And if you go back to the Bible, and again, I'm gonna be referencing the Bible a lot here, so just to let you guys know, if you don't want to hear about the Bible, then it's not the channel for you. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. Tahiti is actually a giant. And let's jump into why I say Tahiti is a giant. Like I said, guys, just please bear with me. This is my very first video doing this. I'm gonna get better. I promise you I am. I'm new to TikTok, so just bear with me. Okay, back into it. Tahiti, right? Okay, so as you may be aware, um, the giants, it's a little backstory of, and this can be another video for another time, but the backstory of the giants of how they came about. The fallen angels that came down from heaven when Satan took his tail and drew one third of the angels for getting kicked out of heaven. They came down to the earth supposed to be watchers, but instead they got filled with lust on them against to the humans, and they decided to mate with human. And of course, when they mate with them, they had these giants. Okay, now these giants was destroying the earth, just going crazy. And just let's make this very, very clear so there's no mistake. Giants are straight up demons. Okay, they're not angels, they're not gods, they're demons. Okay, they're nothing more than demons. Okay, now God seen this and he said it's gotta stop. He put a stop to it. He made the flood happen, told Noah, take two species of each animal so they can procreate and go on somewhere. Go over there. I'm gonna protect you guys. The giants, I got them. He wiped them away. He's done with that. What they had going on, no. So as you see, this island right here, Moana portrays it to be, oh, they're laying to rest. They're not laying to rest. No, that's a giant that was destroyed and killed by the flood. And as you see, again, we are really literally living in the graveyard of giants. If you actually open your eyes and see, all these mountains, they don't have a coincidental of, oh, they look like a face or it looks like a body. No, these are actual giants. And we are actually walking in the graveyard of the aftermath of what happened to them and in their whole non-existence anymore. Okay. So they make it seem as that Tafiti is the giver of life. No, she is she, demon, whatever it is not the giver of life. It actually is the destroyer of life. Okay. Um, that right there is an actual giant that was actually destroyed by the flood. And that is remnants of its body left behind, but as you know, things are hidden in plain sight. So, of course, what do people do? They take it and make it to a movie and say, hey, that right there is a giver of life. It was a God. No, it was not. Okay. So, I like to tell everybody just please pay attention to what you watch because, again, things are hidden in plain sight. And once you read the Bible and once you actually get acclimated with what you're reading, I will say that I don't. I heard people. I hear some people say that you will be scared or be fearful. I don't like to say that because if you have God, if you have faith, if you believe in Jesus Christ, baby, you aren't scared of none of this. Okay, none of this scares me because at the end of the day, hey, we're protected by almighty power, right? But it's very, very resourceful to know where you are, what's going on, and actually turn off your natural eye and turn on your spiritual eye. Because again, if you ask me, this is just I say it's amazing because I'm kind of like a nerd. So I love stuff like this. Like it's amazing to know, like, wow, like we're looking at history right here. And let's get into in the next video of how they try to hide history from us. But again, they'll hide it, they'll omit things from it, but then they'll give it back to us in a small fraction of the truth, but they'll cover it up like this movie, Moana. Like, come on now, guys. Let's use our brains here, okay? So again, this is my first video. I know it's probably like a little choppy, this, and that. Work with me, bear with me, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment. Um, all comments are welcome. For those who don't understand, trust me, I was there with you guys at one point in time. I'm gonna make more videos like this soon, so just bear with me. Thank you. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. Yeah, we all speculate and we all have our intuitions what's in that ocean. Only 5% of the ocean has been explored. Keep that in mind. 95% of it is unexplorable. I want everybody to keep that in mind, okay? Now, look at where Tafiti is standing in that ocean, looking at Moana. So we all know that Moana had to cross the ocean, which her father did not want her to do because it was dangerous across that water, right? He did not want his daughter to go because many of men have sailed or tried to sail and they did not return. And we're going to get into the sirens of the reason why they didn't return in another video. But back to Moana. So her father did not want her to go, but she went because she knew she had a mission out there beyond the reef. As you may be aware, when Moana found herself in some trouble, she went into a different world, the realm of the monsters, right? Where did she go into the realm of the monsters? She went into the ocean and it turned from the ocean to a whole different other realm, and aka the realm of the monsters right here. You will see creatures like this, crazy scary, right? Very scary and outrageous, but it entails what we actually will see with our real natural eye, or in some sense, our spiritual eye. If we actually see the demons that's in the ocean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think a lot of us would just die off of just the fear alone of seeing what we see. A book written, a Moana book, right? Where monsters live. Baby, let's be honest, okay? Monsters are not a thing. Demons is a thing. Monsters is not a thing. Let's just keep that in mind. Back to the monsters into Takai, right? Takai, they have it listed as she's a 300-foot lava monster. 300 feet. How big was the Giants reportedly to be back in the day? Over 450 feet, right? Right. Baby, Takai was not no 300 feet. Takai was actually 400 something feet. And again, that mountain I showed you guys of Takai, right there, yeah, that's the left behind remnants of that giant that was destroyed by that flood, and it was over 400 feet. But let's get into the other monsters that was in the sea as well. We had a giant crab. We had the tentacle tongue. There was a lot of weird things, and we all can be honest. We all can agree on this note when we say that when we first saw the Moana movie. When we first saw the Moana movie, when she actually went in the realm of monsters, the type of things and monsters that was coming out was just, oh my goodness, so creepy, right? Yeah, demons are creepy and just scary and just, oh my goodness, yeah. One of the reasons why I actually love Disney is because Disney is not afraid to go there. They will let us know the truth, but of course, they have to censor it because of today's media. We all know Moana 2 is coming out this month, and I'm actually going to go see it because, again, we actually like the Moana movie. So, yeah. But this is Moana 2. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's the Leviathan. It's the Leviathan coming out of the ocean. It's the Leviathan. Let's get into it. The Leviathan is a sea creature, okay? And it is basically a symbol of chaos and strength. Now, we're going to get into Leviathan in a later video from now. But again, if you research Leviathan, if you TikTok it, you will see the history of Leviathan. And you also will see how Leviathan, people think it's waking up, and it's definitely heating that ocean up over there, okay? And the fact that Disney is now putting in part 2 of Moana, come on now. Again, the truth is in our eyes. It's hidden right there in front of us. And I'm like, man, we are really in the end times here. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, I've been having all of these dreams, visions. I be seeing things that normal people don't act like they can't see. And sometimes I'm confused myself. But at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let me share my knowledge that I know with someone out there that maybe we can connect. And hey, we share each other knowledge because this is insane, right? Look at this. So basically, the plot to Moana Part 2 is about her defeating a sea monster. Look at this picture of the sea monster. Look at how large it is compared to Moana. Now, on the scale, Leviathan is actually 300 miles long. Huge, right? Right. Now, I want to just go back and let's go ahead and leave Leviathan on for now. And let's talk about Maui. Let's talk about Maui. I want you guys to see this picture, how Disney portrayed Maui and published this, okay? Now, even the picture alone, do Maui face don't look scary to you guys? Maui's a demon, okay? Maui is one of those fallen angels that came down here on earth and laid with the women. Okay, Maui is an evil demon. He's not a demigod. No, he's a demon. He is a straight up demon from the spawn in the pits of hell. Okay, that's exactly what Maui is. And it's just insane to me, and I think it's cool. Like I said, I'm a nerd guy, so I think it's cool, and I think it's insane that Disney is actually like telling the story, basically telling Enoch's story of the ocean through this movie, Moana. Again, guys, everything is in our face. Just open our eyes and just look at it, right? Everything has a deeper meaning to it. I promise you, it really does have a deeper meaning to it. I've been looking at this girl page, and I'm going to tag her below. if I can find her page on here. But I've been looking at her page and hearing her talk about the Book of Enoch and everything, and it's just like, you know what? I read the Book of Enoch as well, and I've been going through the Bible. See, I read the Bible like it's an actual history lesson. I don't read the Bible like it's a form of punishment or like it's a form of, do's and don'ts. I read it as a history lesson, and it helps me understand more of basically where we're going, because like they say, you don't know where you're going till you know where you've been, right. So I think it's so cool, like how they're telling us what's happening, what's going on, and it's right here in plain sight if we open our eyes up. Moana is a very good example of that. How they tell the story of the giants, what's in the ocean. The ocean is not safe for us to go inside. Just to let you guys know, the ocean is not safe for us to go. That's why we cannot go beyond a certain level down within its depths. That's why you think when they send in those cameras, they send in those high-tech submarines, they get crushed on impact, and also there's no light. It is pitch dark. I truly believe that in the ocean, it is hell in the ocean. That's why NASA did one research and said, we out. They went straight up to the sky because they said, oh, we done. We out. We're out, and we're not ever going back again. It's the reason why for this, guys. Okay, so again, keep your antennas up, pay attention, like, follow, comment, let me know what you think. Thank you. Welcome back. So I want to start and say this is for entertainment purposes only. Use this information at your discretion. It is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's jump into it. The ocean, because we were just talking about Moana, so let's get into the ocean. Let me ask everybody a question, okay? Have you ever been in the lake, in the beach, in any ocean, even if you're on a boat, and have you ever felt this uneasy feeling, even if you can swim, even if you're the best swimmer and you love to surf, have you ever felt an uneasy feeling every single time you go near those waters? Yeah, it's because we're not meant to be in those waters. We're not. God, I believe God has put inside of mankind, I believe He has put deep in the depths of our soul the knowledge to know we're not supposed to go in those waters. And let's talk about why and what may be lurking in those waters. Google research says that only 20% of the ocean floor has been mapped. Uh-uh. I don't think any of the ocean floor has been mapped. If you look at it, if only 5% of the ocean has been explored, only 5%, but yeah, you guys cannot summon to go deep down without getting crushed, or any material you have get crushed and just obliterated. Come on now. The ocean floor has not been mapped out. But what is in the ocean that we know about is the Bermuda Triangle, the colossal squid, the sea floor heat waves, the Mariana Trench, the Baltic Sea anomaly, and of course the famous NASA discovery, which made them hightail up out of there, never going back to the sea again, and going straight to space. Oh, let's talk. There's a guy named Richard E. Byrd. He was an admiral who actually went a little bit further than anyone else into the ocean. And what he saw, I would just say, just look him up and you can see what he saw. I actually believe everything that man said, and he was actually unalive shortly after he reported what he saw as a heart attack. The Mariana Trench is actually 36,200 feet, or 11,030 meters deep, right? Okay. They have not went further than that because they cannot go further than that. But scientists are saying that they're nervous and they're scared about going further into that because they don't know what they're going to find. And they're thinking like, hey, if we go further, we may find things that's going to shake our everyday life and what we see here as reality. As you may know from my last video, I stated that we are actually living in the graveyard and the aftermath of everything that took place when Noah got on his ship and God destroyed the earth. We are literally living in that graveyard. I think this picture right here is very interesting. Um, I think it's self-explanatory of what you see there. Keep in mind, we're not meant to go inside the ocean whatsoever, okay? There are creatures, demons, in that ocean that are there to destroy us, to take our souls, to take us, this period, okay? And I believe deep down inside, I really believe that hell, the pits of hell, is in the ocean. That's why we cannot go deep within the ocean. Okay, now I know some people may question and wonder, why does demons and the devil hate us so much, right? Okay, cool. Let's get into why they hate us so much. Okay, now Genesis 1 and 26, chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, let us make mankind in the image and our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creature that move along the ground. So basically, God gave us control. Well, He was giving us control over all life above and beyond and under, right? Of course, they don't want to hear that. The fallen angels, the demons, all of them, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to be controlled. That's why they left heaven, because they would have got kicked out of heaven because of the fact that they wanted to be in control. Okay, Satan thought he was better than God. He thought, oh, I'm the, of course he was God's favorite. Because he had a beautiful voice, beautiful, most beautiful angel, right? And he took that and got very cocky in the head and said, hey, I think I can do this better. I want to be the ruler. I want to sit in the chair. God said, and then he told Satan, get up out of here. He took one third of the angels with him, hence went to the earth and became destructive. And as you see, here we are right here, right? So God also bound a lot of these creatures to the depths of the sea. Keep that in mind, okay? A lot of these creatures that have to be judged on judgment day is bound to the deepest depth of the sea. For those of you who's wondering, don't believe that, hey, I don't really believe all that mess about the water. I don't really believe it. I just believe it's the ocean. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened and why did Jesus walk on that water. Mark chapter 4, verse 35 through 41. Jesus gets up in the evening, rebukes the wind, and says to the waves, quiet, be still. The waves dies down, and the storm is calm. Jesus asks his disciples, why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? Let's talk about that real quick, okay? Because I know in my last video I said I'm not scared of anything. I'm really not. I'm not scared of man or demonic force. I'm not scared of anything but God above me, okay? And the reason why is because when you have faith, you walk without fear. When you say you're a believer in Christ, when you say that I believe in Jesus Christ, He was sent on this earth to save us, our soul, and to give us a second chance to live again, honey, there's no fear inside of you. All fear left at that moment when you accepted Jesus Christ in your life. So anything that you learned, that I'm telling you, anything that you may see with the spiritual eye, do not fear it. Do not meet it with fear. And if you feel like fear is trying to come against you, go ahead and say Jesus Christ's name. Go ahead and say in the blood of Jesus, say Jesus, okay? Because again, fear is of the devil, and he puts it inside of us so that we can ignore the truth of what God is trying to reveal to. Just like man was testing who Jesus was, understand that the demons was testing the exact same thing, who Jesus was, right? They didn't want to believe that God sent his only son, created a son, and sent him down here to save humanity and give us another chance, right? So Jesus had to say, and I'm going to talk in today's terms. Jesus basically had to say, hold up, y'all trying to pull my card? Let me go ahead and show y'all something real quick. He walked on that water to reveal himself as God reincarnated down here on earth to save our soul, honey. He walked on that water to let them know, you ain't scaring nobody. You ain't doing nothing, baby. I'm calming you. I'm over you. I am your master. I am your leader. Okay. And the deepest of the darkest of the depths of hell is in that ocean. All those demons, all those creatures, all those monsters, all those spirits are in that ocean. And this is the exact same ocean that that Jesus walked across to show not only just man, but to also show all of those forces in that ocean how powerful he really was. There's a saying that says that the ocean is known as the human cemetery. Does that not scare you guys alone to not go in that ocean? Apparently not, because a lot of people, again, curiosity definitely kills a cat, because baby. But just alone hearing that the ocean is the human cemetery, I'm gonna let you guys ponder on that, because what? That right there confirms everything that we need to know about what's in that ocean. Something we don't need to be going nowhere near. We was not meant to be deep down in that ocean with all those demonic forces, all those. The ocean is a punishment for all those fallen angels that came down and mix and mingle all these DNAs against God will on human mankind. We are not meant to be down there. So to wrap this up real quick, guys, stay away from the ocean and also go with your gut feeling. A lot of times we have these intuitions. No, that's God within us warning us to keep us safe. Please listen to yourself. Please listen to the word of God and pay attention with your eyes, because again, it's hidden in plain sight. Thank you. Like and comment. Bye.